Good evening, my name is Jeff Leisick. I'm a public information officer with Great Basin Team 3 here on the McCash fire outside of Orleans, California. Tonight you're going to hear from Great Basin Team 3 Operations Section Chief Todd Murray. He's going to give you an update on the fire and answer some of your questions. Todd?
Good evening, everybody. Again, Todd Murray. I'm doing the planning operations for Great Basin Team 3 on the McCash incident. And yeah, just want to go around the horn for you to give you an update of what things occurred today and kind of what our plan is for this evening. So I'd like to draw your attention down here, what we call Division Tango. So this is around the Patterson area. Right here on the southwest side of the fire, we continue to have fire that move down the slope towards what we call the 11 road. This 11 road has been prepped with numerous actions from hand crews, mechanized equipment to be able to hopefully pick up the fire as it wants to come off the slope, to be able to hold it there, stay in front of the fire as it spreads. As that fire spread continues, to the west and to the south a little bit, so that we can control that spread and hopefully again have no impact down here to the structures in Patterson. So we had crews out here today, engines and other mechanized pieces of equipment continued just to improve again some of our structure protection actions or measures in the Patterson area, making sure everything's still good there, and again continued along this 11 road to watch that fire and pick it up as it comes off the slope. Real steep, really rugged country, and so again that road provides the best opportunity of action for us. Moving to the north here along the west side, Division Delta. So again, we had folks out here in the Tie Bar area, and they were working along again another road system. This road system is the 14 November 01. This fire again is moving its way down some very steep and rugged terrain, and we had folks deployed out there along that road system to watch and to improve and secure that edge, especially as that fire hit the road. We didn't want anything to roll out down below the road, and so they just worked on that. And then also improved some dozer line in the area, making sure if we need to do any sort of firing operation to continue to stay ahead of this fire as it comes down the slope, that we can do so utilizing again this dozer line here. Continuing north along the Highway 96 corridor, so we got a structure protection group in place today. They worked in the Dillon campground, assessed this, implemented protection measures. Once that was done, they moved forward into Cottage Grove, did the assessments there, and started structure protection measures around the structures there. Didn't quite get that completed, so they'll go in there again today, and then they just continue north up the corridor, making sure we got everything identified, and again eventually working into Independence Ferry Point there. Division Juliet, so they were back out here on this north contingency line, this dozer line system with roads that's been implemented, and they were focused in today trying to get this kind of tied off here on the very northeast side after numerous conversations and good discussion, with the local folks here from the area, both from the tribe and from the Forest Service. We've decided that, we can go to a certain point connecting some of these road systems, but we're not going to be able to make it all the way down into Sulphur Spring just due to terrain and some of the impacts that again dozer would create going down into there. So we're going to end it right here at the very end of this road system, and should have that implemented by sometime tomorrow. We do still continue to have a night operations and presence out here on the fire, and those efforts again are focused on this west side from Tie Bar all the way down to Patterson. They will have folks spread out again along these road systems, again that 14 November 01, and along the 11 road, DP 27 back to the south-southwest. And again, they'll continue to watch this fire throughout the night as it continues continues to be active, and especially wants to back itself down the slope towards these indirect containment lines that have been improved and prepped, and they'll pick that up and do what they need to make sure that we can hold it as best as possible. Again, with the folks that we have, a hand crew, 4 engines working this road system there, and that will be the plan for them tonight.
All right, so now that we've heard the plan, the work that was done today and the plan for tonight, Todd, we've had one question so far today, and it has to do with the fire's progression towards Soames Bar and when the fire might reach that area, if that's a possibility. Could you answer that for us?
Yeah, you bet. So Soames Bar, of course, off our map down here. You know, I can't give an exact estimate that, hey, that this fire could move south within 5 days, 4 days, a week, 2 weeks. Exactly, definitely hard to predict. We have done some what we call long-term analysis, and what that long-term analysis does is it takes fire occurrence in the area and all of the information we have related to the fuels and the vegetation types and weather data, you know, for the last 10, 20 years, and we kind of put that into this modeling system to tell us what it takes, generally speaking, for a fire like this to be able to move that far to the south. And right now it's telling us that yes, it can get down there. The probability of it doing that, you know, it is roughly 30% or less. And so again, I don't have a good estimate of days. What I can tell you is, again, our actions down here in Division Tango with our crews utilizing these indirect lines and these past fire scars, as we call them, you know, that has changed from those past fires, has changed kind of that vegetation types, and really gives us opportunities to hopefully stop progression and growth of the fire down here towards Soames Bar. That, you know, I think that we can be successful stopping that progression that far south. But again, you know, things can and potentially could line up to where, again, we have a very strong north wind event out of the north that could push this thing both down here along the corridor and potentially, you know, out here into the wilderness, down again into these fire scars. These will act as a barrier for sure for spread, to give us opportunities to do other tactical actions. And so again, not an exact date, but I think we've got some options from where the fire sits now before it gets down there, that I hope that we can definitely stop that progress so it doesn't reach there.
All right, thanks, Todd. That's all the questions we've received today about the McCash fire. If you have other questions after this video ends, or if you watch this video and want to ask us a question, put it in the comments. We'll work to get you an answer. I want to let you know that we are holding a community meeting on Thursday, August 26th at 6:30 p.m. in Happy Camp. The location on that, we're still working on that. As soon as we have that information, we'll get it out to you. We will be wearing masks there and practicing social distancing. We have some pretty strict COVID protocols here in camp to try to keep us safe. We're all from outside the area. We'd ask that if you're going to come to that meeting in person, please do the same. Give us a little bit of space. We'll have a PA system. Everybody should be able to hear us. We'll also record that meeting so that anybody that can't make it can watch it after the fact. I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight online. Like I said, if you have any questions or comments, go ahead and drop them there on Facebook. We'll work to get you an answer as quickly as we can. Have a safe night, everybody.